oh, we might be on the brink of destruction. Hi, you're watching Two Dumb Guys. I'm Brian. This is Ed. We've been thinking about the apocalypse a lot lately. I personally am a Scorpio, so I don't really buy into astrology really, but I'm a Scorpio, and all I really think about is sex and death. So it's fitting, I guess.
Okay.
Well, I mean, basically when I was younger, before I had sex, all I thought about was sex and death.
Everybody.
And then once I had sex, I basically, it's like once you have sex, then all you think about is death.
Yeah, pretty much. It's all downhill from there.
Yeah.
The older you get, the more you think about death. You think it's
True.
creeping around the corner at every turn.
You don't just think about your own death. You think about death of the world as you know it.
I mean, I think about my own death.
I mean, yeah.
Like, I'm straight hypochondriac, brother.
But there are
That's the way it is.
A lot of different scenarios that would basically destroy the world as we know it. Maybe meaning end of all life, or just
the end of most life.
End of most life.
Like them super bugs.
So we're going to talk a little bit about those. Then we're also going to find out how we would survive an apocalypse scenario.
Yeah, and if you watch the last episode with the bug out bag, we determined that we're not going to survive very long.
No. We'll be part of the second wave of death, probably. It's like the initial impact and then second wave or second waivers.
I don't know, man. My two favorites.
Okay.
Number one is the super bug plague pestilence kind of situation.
Yeah.
Because the scientists who are our enemies, we hate the scientists.
We don't.
We do. But anyway, you've got these cats in like research laboratories that have brewed up super bugs for biological weapons. Brewing up. Yeah, brewing up. They got a cauldron and they're cooking them up. They're cooking up super bugs to fling at the enemy. But what if they get out?
Yeah.
I mean, there's like, how many people did Spanish flu kill? All of them?
Yeah.
Well, what's your number one?
My number one is gray goo. Are you familiar with gray goo?
Yeah, nanobots.
Yeah. Basically, the idea is you have nanobot technology that's fueled and self-replicating.
Self-replicating, yes.
And basically fueled by biomass. So, you have one in a biomass situation, and then it replicates, say, in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
10 minutes, you have two. In 10 minutes, both of those replicate. So then you have four. Then 8. Then 16, 32, 64, 128.
Use that little button that looks like the top of a house on your calculator.
I'm going to keep going. 256, 512, 1024, 2048, 4096.
You a calculator?
8,100 and something.
What's the square root of that?
64. And they're consuming biomass to replicate themselves. So it's not just like, oh, now we have a bunch of them. Let's take a few weeks and try to figure this out. You got like 3 days before Earth is entirely inhabited by nanotechnology.
and then just killing everybody.
Killing everybody and every living thing.
Yeah.
The only way to fight that is to rid your body of all carbon, which is literally impossible.
But is it though? I think we need to get in the lab.
We are carbon-based life forms.
We need to get down in the lab and start working on this. What's close to carbon? Selenium.
What's your other favorite one?
My number 2 is the Yellowstone super caldera.
Yeah, that one.
Because that joker's gonna blow, and it's gonna choke out the sun, people.
Yeah.
And the plants are gonna die, and the people are gonna die, and lightning's gonna strike the ground 18 times in 15 minutes.
The Yellowstone super caldera. Basically, we're talking about like.
Yeah, it's a big volcano.
And
BAV, big volcano.
Yeah, it's a BAVELE, big volcano extinction level event. Is what we're talking about.
Bavili,
a Baville. Because there's been some incidents in like in the past couple of decades where there were some scares. Like the ground temperature getting extremely high to where it's like, oh, we might be on the brink of destruction. That's one that genuinely scares me. I mean, the pandemic kind of concept of just like...
I lay awake at night. Yeah. At night, all night. I worry about these things.
The super volcanoes.
Ridiculous things. And in addition to any minor ache and or pain in my body being imminent death.
Yeah, every single thing that goes wrong with your body is cancer.
It is. It's cancer. It's death. It's coming for me. I'm gonna go down. What you got for your second?
The second one, okay, yeah, I'm going a little more sci-fi with this because I want to make a point about something.
Okay.
Okay, my point is about the zombie apocalypse.
Okay.
Here's the problem that I think a lot of people, this is how a lot of people are going to be because a lot of people say, I know where to go during a zombie apocalypse. I've heard you say this many years ago, so maybe you've changed your tune on this. I don't know. But people say Walmart.
No, God, no.
Walmart is
That's the worst place in the world.
And here's the thing, and I can understand why people think that, because you have guns, you have food, you have all kind of, ridiculous number of resources, because it's Walmart. You know, tires, oil, things like that. But here's the problem. Walmart's got two main entrances in the front. They each have two automatic doors, plus there's usually just a handheld door, hand opening door on the side. You've got to secure those. You got to secure the tire and lube entrance. You got to secure the garden center entrance. You got to secure all the employee and stock area entrances. And then even if you manage to do all that, because like I don't know how to secure an automatic door. You know, if I hack the thing, it might just default to open as like a safety procedure, and then I'm screwed.
You've hacked the Gibson and you've screwed yourself.
Yeah. And even if they do close, you can still pry them open, I'm sure, and depending on what kind of zombies you're dealing with or how the zombie virus is spread. Sorry, one of my cats is...
She's talking up a storm.
Depending on how it's spread, you also have to deal with the fact that there's always people in Walmart. And so there might always be zombies in Walmart. Even if it's not customers, there's employees there 24 hours a day. They're open 24 hours a day. There's that movie where Natalie Portman lives in a Walmart.
So you got Natalie Portman, employees... all of which are potential zombies.
Yeah, and just their general customers. And you've got to deal with all that, and there's so many places they might be hiding around the corner.
Now, I got two things
about
this. Number one, yes, at one point in life, I probably did say I would go to Walmart, but I have since changed my tune. My new plan is this. Acquire a Ron Popeil pocket fisherman and straight up pull an Iron Maiden and run to the hills. I got the high ground, and I can fish. I'm golden.
What you need to do is, instead of the big box stores, you need to go to like your small stores. If you're in a place where the big box stores have put all the smaller stores out of commission, you're totally screwed. You know, because that's like, you vote with your wallets, people. You need to hit up small gun shop, one entrance. You need to hit up other supply stores with just that one entrance, like a hardware store that's like on old school Main Street. That's just a big window and you can see what's going on in there, and there's one door. And you know the guy behind there's got like loads of guns that he's not supposed to have, probably behind the counter. And then like a supermercado with like one entrance, that small supermercado on that one side of town. And then, you know, cabin or run for the hills. Run for the hills.
But now my number two thing, zombies are dead people.
Yeah.
And they always show zombies decomposing in these films and shows and whatnot. Here's my thing. Eventually, they are going to reach a state of decomposition where their teeth fall out. And if getting bit is what spreads this virus, you're on easy street, baby.
Yeah.
They can't bite you. They ain't got no teeth. I got a 10-question quiz here from somewhere on the internet. And we're going to run through it real quick together and see how long we would survive. So the first question kind of goes to that is, where do you plan to hide out? And our answers we got are, it changes daily. Wherever I end up, I'll stay. My own house with fortifications, of course. At a store, provisions galore, or a secluded spot up in the mountains.
Secluded spot up in the mountains.
That's where we are. The second question. What's most important to you? My friends and family, my stuff, my health, or my freedom?
We're talking about survival, and like, I would be concerned about my friends and family. I try to work with them on this, but ultimately it's my health or our health, I should say. Well, yeah, we'll try to bring a limited number of people. I'm not going after my whole family and all my friends.
Question now, number 3. How do you feel about working with a group of others during the apocalypse? Not my style. I'm a lone wolf. Definitely if it's my best chance of survival. Sure, but in the end, it's still every man for himself. Or I'll befriend anyone so I can take their stuff.
I'd say definitely if it's a best chance for survival.
I'm with you.
I'm working with people. If someone's infected and can infect me,
you're dead.
We're going to leave you behind. I'm sorry.
No, I'm just going to kill you.
You get left behind like Kirk Cameron.
You've been cornered by a zombie, but when you look into their eyes, you realize it's your mom, She's been turned and now she's after you. What do, Brian? Shoot her. It's really the only option. Try to make my escape without hurting her. Hope like crazy that someone else comes along so they can shoot her. Let her bite me. It's not worth living anymore.
I'd shoot her. I'll be honest. Well, no, it's like it'd be sad, but you know what? It's like when someone's dead and like it's their body.
Yeah,
you mourn over their existence, not their physical form that they've left behind.
What's your strategy for this whole zombie apocalypse situation? I want to find a cure. I just live in the moment. I look for armed forces so I can be protected. I kill zombies left and right. Sooner or later, they'll all be gone.
I think ultimately I would like to find a cure.
Oh, see, we're at odds here because I'm going for the army. I figure we let the scientists find the cure.
Well, oh, yeah. I'm not a big fan of guns, but when zombie shit happens, yeah, I want to be around people with guns that know how to use them and are ultimately looking out for the best interest of the living.
What would your means of transportation be? Car, RV, bike, or walking? I'm going with a bike, man.
Really?
Yeah, like a sweet 20-inch Haro BMX bike. I'll be doing like rad tail whips over zombies' heads while at the same time slashing them.
I feel like the bike leaves you too prone to danger, and walking even more so. The RV is going to be a gas guzzler. So you want, a car that's maybe a flex fuel vehicle even.
All right, we'll go with car.
I think a car would be your best bet.
I still think a sweet Haro would be the way to go. What's your weapon of choice? A gun, a knife, sharpened sticks, my bare hands, or a crossbow?
I pick a gun.
I'm going crossbow, man.
Really?
I think we should go crossbow. It's quiet, so you don't get the sound to attract anybody. It's long range, so you're not dealing with close quarter combat. Plus, if you lose all your arrows, you can just sharpen sticks and make more.
True, okay.
So we're going crossbow on that one. You're with your new survival friends and realize that you're staring at the last can of food. What do? Share. It's not worth giving up my values now. Give it away. Someone else could use it more than me. Fight for it. It's mine. I'm strong enough. Kill for it. Who needs friends when the world's ending?
That's a tough one.
I'm saying share.
Yeah, I'm sharing it.
Yeah, we're sharing the food. We're not savages. You're trapped in a room with a zombie when suddenly it mumbles something that sounds like hello. How do you react? I try to talk to it. I reach for it to see how it behaves. I kill it on the spot, or I wait to see its next move.
I'll try to communicate with it.
I'm killing it.
I'm keeping my distance. And if it comes at me, I'm killing it.
Okay, so you're going to wait to see its next move.
Yeah, I'll say that.
This is it. Your worst fear is now a reality. You've been bitten by a zombie. What do? Say my last goodbyes? Take myself out? I can't risk turning others. Cut my arm off? I can still pull out of this.
You know what? Because I was thinking about this because in Day of the Dead, one of the characters gets bitten by a zombie and they on the arm, and they just immediately throw him on the ground and cut his arm off.
Yeah.
I think he still turns, but I think he actually gets bitten again before he turns.
It's like bad luck right there. That's like that dude who was like at Hiroshima when the bomb went off and they transported him to a hospital in Nagasaki.
Yeah.
He's still alive, by the way.
He lived through both of those?
Yeah.
What are you saying for that?
You just kill yourself. You're not going to survive.
This is what I would do. I would do the arm cutting off, and then I'd go out on my own.
So we're going to split the difference and choose say my last goodbyes.
Yeah.
How long will we survive? Calculating result. Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. You would last 68 days in a zombie apocalypse. Gonna make it 2 months.
Yeah.
Boy, that's gonna be 2 months of hot flavored chips and Crystal Pepsi, baby.
Yeah. Public masturbation.
Definitely. Thanks for watching.
Links, click the links, click the links, click the links.